Good morning, everybody. Today's Wednesday, May 27th, and I am back from a long weekend here. So hopefully everybody had a nice Memorial Day and first day of trading for the week. So let's get right into some economic data before we get onto the analysis for today. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up button, like this video. Down below, you can see a couple links. One, you can join our free Discord community, and the second link below that, you can join our trading room from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time. There is a one-day free trial for that, so if you want to come and sniff around and see how that works, we'll get into more of those details later on in the video. Anyways, today what we have now, let's see, we should have had these numbers out already here. Unemployment change, 35.8 thousand. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to move anything right now. I mean, I know we're making all-time highs on the S&Ps, the Qs, NASDAQ, and the SPY, and we'll get there in a second. Today we have some Fed speak. Kevin Warsh is not speaking. And then what else do we have today? Nothing else for today. Tomorrow we've got some stuff on the docket here. PCE price index at 730, GDP quarter over quarter, and then unemployment claims. And then what else do we have there? New home sales at 9 o'clock tomorrow. Some more Fed speak. And that's it for Thursday. Friday, I don't see anything on the docket for Friday. You've got some more Fed speak before the market opens on Friday. So let's see about what do we got here. I know we have some earnings. I think earnings today, got Salesforce is the only thing that's possibly going to impact things. Aside from that, I don't see anything from there. Also, just so you know, if you come to the, I put a couple links in the chat. Here's our website, QOLtrading.com. You can come in here. You can access everything else, other links as well. Our live trade desk right here. You can join our Discord community in here. Enter your name, your email address. You will get a free subscription every Sunday of our market analysis. And we have, I think we just did our 10th edition this week, and it pretty much goes over the week in review and then what to expect in the week ahead. So that's pretty much it about the housekeeping stuff. So now let's get into the fun stuff here. So let's start out with the VIX. VIX is pulling back here. No, we got, there's the VIX. So the VIX is below the 20-day at $17.52. Like to see us get down here, this 1574. As the VIX continues to fall and leak downwards, the equity prices are moving higher right now. So that is to be expected right now, as everything is just a slow grind higher. Let's get into the oils here. I'll start with some Brent crude. Brent below $100 a barrel. It's good for everything. Obviously, it's all predicated on this getting closer to a deal in Iran. Hopefully that happens. We do have a gap down here for $103.58 a barrel. Could possibly hit that, but we are below that at 106.07. 20-day moving average per barrel. We are approaching this $88.06 100-day moving average price per barrel. We do have a gap down here at 73.29, and that coincides with this 200-day moving average at $76.30 a barrel. That is for the Brent, the crude, which impacts us here in the United States. Nice to see that we're below $100 a barrel. We do have a gap down at $96.99 per barrel. Dollars per barrel. It's a gap down from Friday. Below the 50-day at $97.95 per barrel, and the 20-day at $99.98 per barrel. I like that. Here's the 100-day sitting at $82.73 a barrel. I do think, though, even when the straits open up, I think that it's still going to be hitting our pocketbook for quite a while. I don't know if anybody's paying attention to the gas prices, but they're pretty steep right now. So, and I do know that, you know, there's definitely some weight on getting the gas prices down, because you have the midterms coming up, and every side of the politics are going to be, you know, pushing back and trying to get any kind of leverage that they have in their pockets there. So gas is definitely going to hit everybody here. Let's get into the broader markets here. ES All-time highs 75, 70, 75. Crazy. Just let's take a look at this rally that we've had since the end of March. Big move, people. Move you've never seen before. 1,200 points in a month. A little month and a half, call it. But actually, almost 2 months, I'm sorry. Definitely gonna, you want to see some pullback before we can get some more upside. We are well above these moving averages. So you can see this 20-day moving average sitting at 73.92. And then there's a 200% extension on a Fibonacci level that I have that I drew from March 30th, sitting at 77.59.35. So if we continue to grind higher, I would anticipate us to get a little reaction up there. Also, I've got a midline regressional trend line that I have here from June 15th of 2023, sitting at 78.36.74. So if we got up there, those are some levels that you could get some resistance. Again, this is uncharted territory. It's very difficult to give you any kind of technicals when you have not seen any, or it's like uncharted here. There's nothing here to go by. The only thing that you hope for right now is some pullback levels. And that's what we, for technical analysis, that's what you hope to do. You hope to pull back to get some certain levels, some breaks of, here's a high here. We broke the high. So I don't mind if we can get, this would be a good level if we pull back 74.85.70. Be a nice level to take a long there. You have to watch yourself there though, because if you lose that level, there's nothing right here that can come, fill you. We have an open point of control at 74.29.85. Below that, you've got the 20-day sitting at 73.93.11. So those would be some decent support levels there. Let's get over and talk about the SPY. Same thing. We're going to be talking about all-time highs, people. And this is going to be the pre-market all-time high. I'll just label that right now. I should have labeled the ES, but I'll go back and label it later on. So all-time highs here, 754. Yesterday's close, 750.59. Be a good level if we pull back to take a long off of that. Same thing there. If you lose yesterday's close, you'll probably test the low from yesterday at 74. What is that? 748 and 37 cents. And then if you lose that level, you've got some levels down here. You've got a previous high from a couple Fridays ago at 743.46. Break and retest, that would be a fantastic level. You can see how it's responded here in post-market on Friday. And then you can see where we're at right now and how we just kind of elevated up here though. But I would not be surprised if this gets filled a little bit. You get a little pullback and then look for the longs in there. So I would say right now everybody's banking on a deal with Iran. So I would say, I think once it becomes official, I think that's probably when you're going to get some pullback. That's just my opinion on the marketplace. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Qs, all-time highs, 30,379. There's really not much else to say with this, people. It's just a crazy grind that we've had here since the end of March. It's just something that you're never going to probably see again, not anytime soon. Upside here, the only thing I have up here is 31,098. It's a regressional trend line that I have here since October 12th of 2022. Also, it's just below this 127% Fibonacci level that I have up here at 31,212.69. Ideally, you want to see the pullbacks. It's healthy if the market can pull back for us. I do not mind a pullback down to this previous all-time high at 29,782. You could use a level, be a little more aggressive and pull back to yesterday's high. We do have this high here from Friday. This would not be a bad level to pull back into. You could just see how this level actually responded nicely in the pre-market yesterday morning. So I was not trading yesterday, so you can, if you did that, you had a nice move. But everything is stair-stepping higher, people. Higher highs, higher lows, right? Boom. Higher highs and the low, higher low. Just watch stair-stepping higher, looking for pullback entries. Right here, not a bad entry here. Like I said, this previous all-time high, 29,782. That's a level I'd like to see there. Let's move on to the Qs, and then we'll get into Tesla, and then we'll get into our exciting stuff that's happening with our indicator. Same thing on the Qs. The only thing I have up on the top side here is 751.82. regressional trend line that I have here from October 13, 2022. I would anticipate you get a little resistance if you can get up to that 750-52 mark. On the downside here, looking to hold the close from yesterday. You can see it's doing that a little bit in the pre-market. If you lose the close from yesterday, you'll come down and probably test the lows from yesterday at 724.16. If you lose that, you got a previous all-time high there for support, 722.03. If you lose that, there's an open point of control at 713.18 from last Thursday. There are a bunch of open controls down below. We've got this last point of control that's open at 615, so quite a bit of ways for that. But we leave those levels up there. When the market starts trending in that direction, you'll know where to, you get your support. Hopefully you're going to get your support in those levels there. So anyways, that's pretty much it for the broader markets and the SPY and the Qs. Let's get into Tesla. Again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and like this video here. Tesla, same thing, stair stepping higher here. We're approaching this open point of control that we have here, 442.62. It's point of control from the 14th, which is a couple Thursdays ago. Above that, if you get above that 442.62 level, we have a 353.40 level. It's a high from the 13th of this year. Another open point of control level at 455.18. That would come into play. And that's from January 5th. If you get above that, this is where it gets interesting. I think if we can fan out a little bit, it looks a little better here. Clean that up. So if you get above this, maybe we go this way. Let's go day. So this will show you a little better picture here. I know it looks a little noisier, but maybe we can clean that up here for you. Let's clean this up. Well, cleaner. So right here, maybe the point of controls will help. If we get above this 455.12, this gives you a clearer picture right now. There's really going to be nothing to stop it until you can get to that 478.39. The only thing that could possibly stop you would be a 464.34, and this is a low from December 17th of 2025. That came into play, right? I think it was right in here. So get that. Yep. So this low right here could possibly give you some resistance, right? So it's a break and a longer term retest there. But you can see as we're pushing higher right now for today, you want to see this, and we're right up in here right now. The daily doesn't show that too, so let's just get onto the hour. So you can see we're right here. We didn't quite close this 444.62 level, this point of control level. This will be the level that you're going to want to watch there. Probably pre-market or when the market opens up, get a little resistance there. And if you pop through that and hold there, I like that 453.40 target and 455.18 point of control there. So those levels are pretty good. We can take a look at the let's take a look at the SMAs. Well above all the simple moving averages, right? 20-day and 200-day are sitting down here at 410 and 412 respectively. You have the 100-day moving average at 404.91. When you're above all these moving averages, people, your thesis should be looking for pullback longs, right? Not, oh, wow, the market's going up just to buy right away. No, now you're looking for levels for the market to pull back where you could see that there could be some support. Where could you be support? If you break a high, you pull back into a high. That's a good, break and retest there. If you break a high and then pull back, just like a little short break and retest, like this 439.74 level here. This is a January 13th, 2025 weekly high. So right now, I don't mind that level. That's a pretty good level too. If the market pulls back there, you can get some support there. But one thing to keep in mind, this is pre-market here. And we're looking at, right now, we're looking at an hour chart. So if you do lose this level, this is going to be a big speed zone. You're going to pull back. Definitely try to target that 433.59 level on the downside there. So let's get into let's go over our indicator really quick. Here's the Mag 7, people. Every one of the Mag 7s yesterday, I wasn't trading, I came back and looked, hit their target except for Microsoft. Microsoft is the only dog from yesterday. But if we expand this really quickly, this is yesterday's trade. This is a 1 minute. Everything that you see on this screen here is computer generated. It's a code and a script that I've written. and it's still beta testing on it right now, but the numbers are in the 90 percentile, hitting at least one of the price targets every day. Your job is going to be to understand price action when the market moves, right? So you don't know which price target it's going to hit, but it's hitting one of these price targets. If on this current day the market's moving up, it hits the price target on the, the first solid line is the price target on the call side. And I say call side because I trade options. And then this solid purple line is the first price target on the downside. You're buying puts. This text in here and the square, this is all happening live. It tells you an early call entry. This yellow square, I call it the yellow square of death, tells you to get out of the direction of the trade that you're taking. Or it could be indicating, if you want to, look at the indicators and you start studying it, you say to yourself, okay, I know this is supposed to be telling me to get out of this early call trade, but you may use this yellow squares instead of getting in this early call trade, wait for the yellow square and say, okay, well, this is where I'm going to take this trade. It's kind of, based on if you took a trade right here, it's kind of an early morning anti-trend, even though it's, market's only been open 5 minutes, right? So that is telling you get out of this trade, or it could be telling you, okay, get into this trade, right? So all kinds of things that you can base off of this strategy. It's absolutely fantastic. Keep looking for information on this. We are going to be marketing it. I'm just going over some finer details. Actually, with Charles Schwab right now, trying to get this into marketing ability here right now. There's just a little going back and forth with some API commercial standards that they want, and it's all a pain in the butt. But let's move on. Let's look at the rest of the Mag 7 here. You've got here's NVIDIA yesterday. You could see NVIDIA hit your price target, trying to make that move to the first price target on the call side, did not get it. Got your yellow square of death here. Then it hit your not only did it hit the first price target on the downside, it hit the second price target on the downside yesterday too. That's NVIDIA. Let's go over Apple real quick. Apple, same thing yesterday for Apple. Apple hits your price target on the upside. Later on, it fell off. But if you come into the trade channel, we go over these alerts and these indicators while they're happening, and I call it out what type of trades you could possibly take, right? And you could just see that it's giving you signals when things are done. You can use these price levels for entries as well, right? So it tells you right here, exit the call, right? Market did pop back up, but you still got a little river fall off of that trade right there, right? So let's move on. It's really it's something special here, this app here, because I've always traded off this type of strategy. However, it was all discretion. And by creating this indicator right now, it takes away the large portion of your discretion, right? Once it indicates a trade, it's your decision whether you want to take it or not, but you're not sitting here saying, should I take a trade here or not, right? Then it's giving you your price targets, giving you your stops. It's giving you a price target right here. It's giving you a mid-range of the 1 minute. By the way, this indicator, I can make this indicator on the 1 minute. I can make it on the 2 minute. Oop, let me go back here, show you the 2 minute. Here's the 2 minute from yesterday. You see the 2 minute. You get better data on the 1 minute than the 2 minute so far. Here's the 5 minute. Obviously, if the 2 minute didn't fill yesterday, the 5 minute won't fill. So, excuse me, here's the 5 minute yesterday. So the 2 minute must have filled yesterday. It had to have. This is strange. Yeah. On the downside here, I must have been looking at a different date. Let's go with the 5 minutes. Boom. 5 minute. Yeah. I was looking at a different date. Yep. So the 5 minute yesterday, obviously, if the 2 minute didn't fill, the 5 minute didn't fill. But you could just see it's still giving you your signals all the way through. So let's get back. We can look at the 1 minute here. And this is Meta, by the way. Meta also was another equity that gave great results, but not like all the rest of them. Like I think Meta on the 1 minute, it had 86% win rate per day, meaning it was going to hit one of the price targets 86% of the time out of 35 days that I just recently tested. All the rest of these Mag 7s have been in the 93 percentile. And surprisingly enough, yesterday, Microsoft as well, but they did not, Microsoft did not hit on that yesterday. So that's Meta yesterday. Here's Google. Google, here's 1 minute. You can see that Google hit its price target here, and this is at 10:09, people. So an hour and a half and your day is done. And that is why we created the name QOL Trading, quality of life. Here's Amazon yesterday. Amazon, same thing. Boom. Hit your first price target at 9:29, 1 hour. Hit your second price target, I would say probably at 9:34, if not 9:34. About 8 minutes later there. And that was Amazon yesterday. So you can see as we're rolling through this, and now we look at Microsoft. Microsoft was a 1 minute yesterday. Microsoft was the only Mag 7 stock that did not hit their price target, right? Here was the call side. On the upside, here was the downside for the puts. And you could see it had a little spike in the morning, big $4 opening range on the 1 minute, and then it didn't move from there. So, however, you can just see it's giving you your signals telling you when to get out of your trades, right? So you could still make money on this. It's just not hit. If it just doesn't hit your price target, it makes it extremely difficult. So let's get into Tesla and what we're going to do today for Tesla. Again, for Tesla yesterday, we could take a look at Tesla and show you Tesla hit its price target yesterday at 9:31, 1 hour after the market opened. Boom, 1 minute price target was hit yesterday. So fantastic results that we're getting here, people. So keep tuning in and go to the, join the trade station so you can see this live. See how I'm talking everybody through these trades and seeing what happens when the indicators come out and the alerts come out, right? For today, as far as what we're going to do for today, I'm going to start with today's expiration, 440 puts and the 445 calls. You can see we're kind of opening up right in the mid range of that. So I would say that the 445 calls will probably open up in the high twos, and the 440 puts will probably open up high twos, maybe high threes as well. They are going to be today's expiration dates. We'll see how the market responds. We'll see if these are getting too whippy for me. If they get too whippy for me, I'll be switching to Friday's expiration dates. But if you come into join the link down below and you join in the trade room, I'll go over all of those. Whenever I switch a call or a put, strike price and or expiration date. So anyways, that's going to be it for today. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, like this video. And then again, I have links in several areas here. If you go into chat here, you can click on our website and join our newsletter. And then also there's a link there to join our trade desk, of which we do live trading from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time. So hope to see you there. If I don't see you there, have a great day, everybody, and see you tomorrow.